Welcome back. So, today should be short because I think I have a plan here. Basically, I just want to add some health to the player and then make it so when you hit the enemy, health goes down, eventually you die. It's not really coded exactly like that, so I'll be moving some stuff around. But I think I know how I'm going to do this. Should be fairly straightforward, but here we go. Again, as I'm going, in the chat me up. Let me know what you're thinking, if you have some ideas or whatever. In fact, I'm going to add something to the chat here for anybody that joins later. All right, there. Now, hopefully anybody that comes later sees that, and we can get the conversation started. So, why don't I just jump right in? What I wanted to show you first, obviously, is our plan. I don't think I'm going to do this today because, again, I don't really have a plan for that. So, I know where the UI is going to go for the health, kind of how all that's going to look, but I got started late tonight, and have a real job. So, anyway, no stretch goals for today. Just coding the health, and then making it so when the player gets hit by the enemy, health goes down. Eventually, the player dies. All right. So the first thing I wanted to talk about too, really the second thing I guess I wanted to talk about is, again, this is kind of my first major journey into this. It's not like I haven't tried to make games before, but to this sort of like level, I haven't. So I've got some experience in certain areas. So anyway, I've been looking at different game design YouTube channels. I've got a book on game design I've been reading, and one of the things that I wanted to show you is this channel, which is I think I hit the mic. Is this channel called Game Design by Michael. I watched a couple of his videos specifically around game loops. Now, obviously, as basically a lifelong gamer, I know what a game loop is, but sometimes you can know kind of what something is, but not really understand the technical details around it. So I watched a couple of his videos, and if you're interested, definitely go here, watch some of his videos, and subscribe. So anyway, I watched a couple of his videos on game loops, and one of the things that was in there, and I'm kind of keying on this one aspect, there's a bunch in there, watch them if you're really interested, was, there's three different game loops. One is the primary game loop. That's what the player is doing second by second. It's what the player is going to end up doing the most in the game. The first-person shooter, that's like shooting and reloading and stuff like that. Then there's like a secondary game loop. That's what the player's doing minute by minute. So that may be clearing levels or whatever, individual levels. And then there's the tertiary game loop, which is what the player does hour by hour, and maybe that's clearing entire areas. So in order to make sure that your game is fun, that primary game loop needs to be the most fun part about the whole entire game. And when you say it out loud, you're like, well, duh. But sometimes you can know something, and when it's said out loud, it seems obvious. But when you start diving into actually the act of executing something, it gets overlooked. Happens a lot. In this case, I did that, right? So I didn't really think about primary, secondary, tertiary game loops. I kind of had an idea of how that was all going to come together for this game in my head, but I hadn't really solidified those ideas. So if you look, there's a lot of, make the HUD work, extend levels, blah, blah, blah. I think I'm probably going to carry on to here, but I'm going to add a whole block of things in between extending those levels and implementing parallax backgrounds. Again, I'm pointing at my monitor here. You can't see me. I don't know why I keep doing that. But anyway, right in between these two spots, if you see the mouse right there, whole bunch of stuff about jumping, running, walking, attacking. Those are the primary things that the player is going to be doing, is traversing through the levels. So I'm going to spend a lot of time conceptualizing, creating tasks for that very specific game loop, and I'll skip all of this other stuff, which is really just kind of polished stuff like the parallax background thing, level designs, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to add initially just stuff for the primary game loop. Then I'll add stuff for secondary and tertiary game loop. And that's going to be a pretty big chunk of work that's going to go in between extending levels to their full planned length, right? Because I want to actually have a level for the player to move around in so that I can make sure that all of those game loops actually are fun. And implementing all of this stuff that is somewhat, game polish. So anyway, that's the deal. Some of the stuff might move up into that. Some of it might not. All right, that was a really long intro. So let's just get this party started, right? So add total health and current health variables to the player controller. Okay. Make sure that these variables are ints. I mean, that's pretty easy. Although I am going to add something because I did take a look at the way that I had coded player death currently. I think what I'm going to do is add something here that says move the current. In fact, I'll type while I'm saying this. Move the current code for player death into the character controller. One of the things that I have to fix here is I've mixed up in how I'm referencing it, player versus character controller. It doesn't really matter, I guess, which way you do it, but I called it the character controller, so when I reference it into these things, I want to make sure I'm calling it the same thing so I don't get confused. So anyway, we're going to add this task to it because I actually have to add that in order to make this all work. All right, so let's start with adding those variables. So let's I'll do this later. Let's get in here and see, character controller. All right, we're in the character controller. So there may be another thing that you noticed, especially if you are a programmer by trade, that I was doing in previous videos if you've watched any of those. When I learned programming, man, this was the very first thing I learned how to program was Java, and this was back in like 2003. I took a college class on programming in Java, and one of the things was they would always have you move these curly bracers, right? The opening curly bracer. Let me find an actual like function / method. So this here, right? This function method here, you can see the curly brace on this line right here. Now that's pretty much what everybody does because it makes the code more condensed and it doesn't waste a bunch of lines. But what I was doing is this, right? Because actually I have two reasons why I do this. Well, one real reason, but sort of two. The first is it was how I was taught how to do it initially. And sometimes when you do something, when you learn how to do something the very first time learning how to do it, that sort of becomes like your natural go-to. And so that was kind of my natural go-to. Even though being in technology for the last 7 years, look, I know no programmers don't do this anymore, at least not many of them. Most of them are people who learned around the same time or before I learned how to code. But the second, and this is the most compelling, I guess, reason is there's that space that you create between the name of the function and the actual code. And for me, it just kind of made it a little bit easier to say, here's this chunk of stuff. And if you look, see how this one has a line to that one, and it all just kind of cleanly, at least seemed to me to cleanly go together. Now, all of that can be argued in other ways. I mean, look at this. Okay, so this line is still here, so we know that this is this. The V in void starts right there. So obviously this closing bracket is for that V, whatever, right? A lot of times it's preference, but in this case, almost everybody does it this way now. So one thing I did was I made sure that the auto formatter in Visual Studio Code, which is what I'm using here, just automatically formats the code to do that. So I went through and I formatted all the code and fixed it and have it start up here. So, see, you can see it here with his if else statements and all that stuff. So anyway, that's just a lot of like clean up if you're confused or you're like, he's not doing that right, or that code looks formatted weird. Okay, I'm now doing it the conventional way. So hopefully people can stop complaining. And those of you who don't like the conventional way and think that the other way I was doing it is right will probably not like this, but whatever. It is what it is. Like I said, it's a lot of preference. So anyway, here we go. Let me remind myself again what we're doing here. Go back here. We are adding total health and current health variables. These are going to be, I want them to be public so that I can do some debugging later, right? So we'll go public int total health, total health. We'll give it an initial value of 6, and then public int current health. Also give it an initial value of 6. Okay, so the reason I specifically, oh my gosh, excuse me. The reason I specifically picked 6, and let me show you why. I should have had this open before I started, but you know, it is what it is. If you look down here, I started sort of the HUD design of how I wanted the health to look. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And a lot of this was because I was thinking, oh, okay, what I'll do is I'll code the HUD as a stretch goal, and if I'm going to do that, I want to make sure I have it sort of designed out, right? So here are the hearts for that. Each one of these hearts, when you get hit, is going to go half instead of full, right? That's kind of my plan, which means that when you start, I'm going to really want to start you with 3 hearts. I mean, I'm going full Steel Zelda here, right? You start with 3 hearts, and then you can gain more along the way. How you're going to gain more exactly, I'm not really sure yet, but we'll figure that out later. But anyway, 3 hearts is a start. That means that every time you get hit, half a heart goes down, you have 6 health. Anyway, that's where I came up with 6 health. All right, so done. Make sure they're ints. They are ints. Okay, now move the current code for player death into the character controller. All right, so the current code for player death exists here in this player death class. Now, what I yeah, okay, so what I did previously, and of course now I'm thinking about it again, but what I did when I implemented this was I wanted it to be somewhat different than the the character controller stuff, because it was like, oh, this is different. But now that when I was really thinking, how am I going to implement this, I realized I need all of this. Well, specifically this. I need this right here. Well, actually, I'm going to need all of this. Nope, I'm not going to need all of it. Yeah, right, because I want, the reason why I want this, yep. Okay, so I want these 2 functions, or methods, whatever you want to call them, here. So I'm going to, right before, oh, you see I already have some collision stuff. So I think what I can do is I can just copy this, paste it down here. Get rid of this. Death text, yeah. Public text, death text. Okay. And I'm missing this, I think. Is there scene management in here? Yeah. Let's just copy this. Most of the time, guys, copy and paste is our friend. So, yeah, it looks like you guys might be buffering. Sorry about that. Something weird going on with my internet right now. If you end up hearing anything I'm saying. Okay, so let's see. Bink, 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 bink. If collision is player. Nope, I want to say if collision is... death. Okay, so we'll do if collision is death, then this exact thing will happen immediately. If collision is enemy, now here's what we want to do. R2 velocity. Oh, yeah. Do we have in the enemy controller something that... Change direction? No. Enemy death? No. I know that if you hit the enemy, you die. I have that coded right now, so where is that? Because right now, it's just, oh, if you hit the enemy, that. Okay, hold on. Let me just look at slime enemy. Side collider. Death text is what I have here, and then player death. Oh, I have player death script attached. Interesting. Okay, so I don't think I need that anymore. What I do need, though, is I need this to be an enemy. Okay, cool. So then what I can do on these colliders is, rather than make them death, I can just make them enemy, just like the top collider. Yep, perfect. Ooh, actually, I think I might need a new tag. Yeah, I'm going to need a new tag. I'm going to call this new tag hit. Player hit. That way I know what it is. Save. Okay, so then when I go left, right, bottom, we'll say this is player hit. All right, guys, excuse me for a sec. I need something to drink. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so now the left, right, bottom are player hit. Did I save that? Yep. Okay, let's go back to the code. So now, if it's enemy, yeah, he bounces off. But if collision dot game object dot... Oh, yeah. Also, I had to spend like half an hour figuring out why my autocomplete wasn't working before. Fixed it, so now autocomplete's working, and this is a huge, huge help for me because it was kind of annoying it wasn't working. This is player hit. I think I also, you know what? I want to do this. No. So here's the thing. I'm wondering if maybe I should, you get hit and it pushes you back or something because, well, yeah, I know what I'm going to do. Here we go. We're going to do private bool player hit. Player is hit equals false. Okay, so we're going to do another private void player hit cooldown. This is going to say player is hit gets false. And then over here, we're going to go current health minus minus. Then we're going to go, so we take the health away. Yeah, I mean, I guess then we just invoke, right? Player hit cooldown. What do we want to give it? Like let's just try 1 second. So we're going to do player hit and, collision is player hit and player is hit equals false. Okay, so let me try and walk through this in my mind here. So collision happens, it's a player hit collider, and let's say the player hit is false, and it goes through, takes away some health, invokes player hit cooldown. Okay, great. What I want to do now is I just want to log just so that we know right now. Oops. All right. Gosh, that constantly changing is sort of getting to me. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it takes health away. We see how much health is taken away, and then it invokes. Oh, yeah. The other thing we want to do is go player is hit equals true, or gets true. Yeah. The reason I said gets true, again, this is another older thing. I'm just in the habit of going, this is a gets, so this variable gets the value of true, because this really is this equals that, and so it helps you in your mind kind of, I don't know, I feel like a relic when I say this kind of stuff. I've never heard anybody else say it except one other person who had been coding for longer than I had, so anyway. All right. Okay, let's run through this again. Collides, player hits false. Both those things are true. Current health gets reduced by 1. The player is hit gets set to true because the player is hit. We log the player's health so we can see it, and then we invoke player hit cooldown. So after 1 second, player hit becomes false again. And then, okay, so this should work. Let's go ahead and test it out. I got to plug in my controller. Because like the old relic that I am, I like controllers. What are you going to do about it? Play. I think there. Okay. Here we go. And it went straight to die. Why did it do that? Oh, I know why. Because I still have this on it. We'll remove that from these 3 things. This will also actually make it a lot easier to design the levels later, because then I won't have to go through every single time and or on all 3 of these things and blah 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 blah. It's just one place, hit a tag, call it good. All right, save what we did, start again. Do I have an enemy up there? I do. Good. Oh, that enemy had the... Oh, you know what I can do? It's called apply all, yo. Okay. Oh, why did I do that? Enemy health is 0. Oh, you know what'll stop that? Enemy health being 1 isn't helpful. Where'd the enemy health go? Oh, that's right. Let's make it 10. Just so that, you know. There is a couple things that I want to tweak real quick with the enemy. Where's the enemy controller? Sorry, I know. I mean, sometimes you just have to do this, but max speed is I don't think that's it. It's the jump height. That's what it is. Do I have jump height up here? Nope. So the state of attacking. Here we go. Yeah, so this is the exact same speed as the player. I think I'm going to make this 6. Just so that the enemy is just a little bit, slower than the player. So it's a little easier to run away from him. Because it was basically chasing me pixel for pixel, and that was kind of annoying. So, yeah, it seemed... Okay, let's go to the player. We're in debug mode, right? No? Okay, let's go to debug mode. So we have, where is it? Player is hit. That is false. Okay, it should be false. When you get hit, it's not flipping. Okay, okay. Let's check it out and see what's going on here. Okay, so on collision, if the tag is player hit, so let's double check that we have the right enemy. Yep. The side collider is tagged player hit. What's this tagged? Enemy? Let's just go untagged. Try maybe we can like avoid conflicts, right? So there might be conflicts that I don't want. Oh, you know what? I do need to have that. Otherwise, we're going to have issues. Give me a second. Of course, that's my wife wanting to know what I'm doing. Okay, so anyway, what is the issue? Let's just double check that. Well, I know that this collision is being... Let's take this out. See if we can get into that function. Oh, there was a warning there. What was that warning? Of course, now it's gone. Player hit. Collision.gameObject.tag. Alright, I think what I have to do just to figure out what's going on here is that. The field dot player is... Oh, see? Hold on. Hold on. The field, character controller 2D dot player is hit is assigned, but its value is never used. Okay, that's incorrect. I should be incorrect. Oh my gosh. Wait, no. No. Player hit is right. Did I do player is hit? Right? Yeah, that's that. That's that. Is it up here like that? Okay. I don't know why I'm getting that warning. That's really weird. 30? Yeah, that's up here. I assign it. There's a private bool. Here it is. And down here I use it. Right here. Okay, anyway. Let's figure out what we're getting for a tag when it hits us. Untagged. Huh. Well, I see what's happening. I'm getting this tag right here. Not this tag. Then why does this one work? Why does that one work? This is this is hilarious. Does the jump not work all of a sudden? It's supposed to push. It's supposed to push you up. What happened here? Oh. I see. Yep, there we go. So it does have to be enemy, because that's what... Yeah, I mean, I don't know how else I'm going to do that. Overrides, revert. Yep, there we go. Okay. So let's take a look at something. Got to check something. Hold on. Edge collider. Okay, where's the edge collider? Left or on top? Oh. Why can't I see the edge collider? Oh, what's going on here? No, 2 is fine. Edge radius? Nope. Offset? No. Where is the edge collider? Why can't I see it? What am I doing? What am I doing wrong here? Ah, there we go. Well, there was one other thing I wanted to fix here. Let's make this 5. Make this 4. Okay, there we go. I'm thinking maybe what I'll do is I'll just uncheck this. See what happens. Why am I getting untagged and then enemy? What's untagged? Something is untagged. This top collider should be enemy. The side collider, player hit, player hit, player hit. And there's no overrides. So, what? What and why? Here we go. This is it. This is the learning game design stuff. Hey, how'd that go back to 0? Oh, yeah. 10. Untagged again. What is it hitting that's untagged? That's a collider. These things? I wonder. Well, if I take that stuff off, it's not going to work anymore. So, I think I know what it is. It's that this one, this right one, is behind this. Or it's, wait, is it though? Because, look, that's just a gizmo thing. It's in front of it. So the player should have taken side collider right, player hit. Bottom collider, ground check, wall check, grounded. Okay, this needs to be bigger so I can see. I guess this wall check can also be player hit. Just to see if that's what it is. Nope, I'm still getting an untagged. Ooh, he's moving quick. Yeah, he's still chasing me like right at that speed. It's weird. I wonder. Is he going to chase me faster than I can run? Oh, yeah. It's because it's based on the distance of the player. He's going to jump. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, whatever. I could do like a... Yeah, whatever. There we go. See what happens. I do want the enemy to be slightly slower than the player. Okay, that didn't solve anything. I guess I don't really care that much. It just added some weird behavior. Oh. Gosh, I don't know what to... The field the dot player is hit is assigned, but its value is never used. I mean, but it is, though. It's used on this collision enter 2D, which works just fine right here. Let's just double check. Let's double check that there's not weird jump stuff somewhere else. Yeah, okay. Okay. The slime thing. Let's make it game controller just to see if that's what it is. Nope. Okay. It's not game controller. It's not that. It might be this one. I just want to see what's getting hit here. Nope, still saying untagged. Okay, not that one. It's not that one. See, it's none of these because these are tagged as player hit. That's not game controller. Okay, let's see if it's this one. Nope. Oh, I got this tagged as player hit. Main camera. Dude, if it gives me an untagged, I'm just gonna go insane. But just like, why? Why is this happening? Revert all. Save. See, this is why when I was doing this, I was not happy about putting all of these things here. So how do I do this? Let's maybe slide. Nope, actually this one, not that one. This one, yes, this one. Let's slide this one out to there. See if it's that. See if that kind of fixes our problem. So when it hits me, it looks like it's giving me the enemy one every time. But I don't know why, because really this is the one that should be colliding. Well, let's try this. I want to see. I want to see what's happening. Nope. Okay. Well, I got to do this, guys. You'll be able to sort of see what's going on here. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Okay, how about this? No right. Nope, the right one we want to keep. Not this one. Not this one. Not that one. All right, see what happens. Okay, something is colliding with me and saying enemy when it does. What do I have? Bottom? Nope. That one. Why? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why is that saying enemy? Okay, it might be giving us a top level tag. Let's see. It's giving us the top level tag. Interesting. I didn't expect that. Especially considering the fact that okay. So what happens if I do this? Uh-huh. Can I still play like normal like that? No way. There's no way. Ooh, I did get hit. Although I didn't see where I got hit. Interesting. So how do I do this? It's giving us this top level one basically every time, which is weird to me. And I have an enemy. Okay, so that's where I have the enemy controller connected to. And the enemy controller, when it comes into contact with the player, single collision thing on here. It's just moving the, yeah. Okay, so that means that player enemy death? Yeah, right here. So if it collides with something and the thing it collides with is the player, then it, okay. Well, we have to rethink this whole thing, people. All right, so how did I have this working before? Yes, I had a player death script. That's how I had it. That's how I had it before. See, maybe I was right the first time, guys. Maybe I do need to have that player death script. Actually, I think I might make a new class, though, if I'm going to do that, called do damage, maybe? Yeah. Do damage. I think I am definitely going to call it. Okay, yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, I like that, because it allows me on different enemies, like let's say there's a bigger enemy, and different areas of it might do more damage than other areas. Or I can just stick the thing on anything and have it do damage. So, yeah, I've totally talked myself into that. Do damage. Oh. Rename. Do damage. Okay, let's open that sucker. Okay, so we're going to take... first, I don't think I need any of this. Nope, I just need the collision stuff. Yeah, I'll just copy this. I'll copy both of these. Oh, I copied all that. Okay. So we need the death text. Yep. We need current health. Oh, no, that is public. Actually, do we need that? I think what we actually need is a public game object. No, not game object. Script. No. Actually, no. No, I don't need that. I don't need that because I can get the game object right here. So what I can do is there. Yeah. I do want the private bool player is hit, right? Because it's going to be really important for this, because this really does need to be and player is hit is false. Oops. And then it's going to do this player hit cooldown thing. That. Yeah. Let's get rid of this. I don't want that. Okay, where am I getting reference? I just want to see real quick where I get references to scriptable stuff. Actually, okay. Collision dot game object dot get component. That component will be character controller 2D dot current health minus. Okay. I wonder if that worked. I mean, it looks okay. I mean, it's not throwing an error. Let me put it that way. But since I'm doing that there, I really should just go private int current health. Okay. Then I can just go current. Oh, up here I can go. Current health gets that. Then I can go current health. Nope, now that I'm thinking about it, I can't do that because I have to make sure that the actual variable in the character controller is what gets changed. So, yeah. So I'll just copy this. That. Actually, I wonder if that would work because it looks like and then that dot current health, and then I can go current health. It's that, and then maybe what's this? Because then I also need to go like this. Private rigid body 2D R2D. Then I need to go R2D gets not only rigid body 2D. Whoa, what was that? That was not what I wanted. R2D. Okay, so do damage. This is if the player is player. Okay. Okay. Yep. Actually, no, I want to get rid of this. Okay. So if player hit and player hit is false, then let's see if it works. Yeah, I get it. I get it. All right. Oh. Oh. Left. Needs to get this script. Do damage. Death text. Side can, yeah. And then the right one, I also want it to do damage. And then the bottom one, I want it to do damage. You know what I should add to this? I should add damage amount. Public int. Yeah, int. Damage done. Yeah. Definitely. And then current health Current health minus equals damage done. Okay. That should do it. So, damage done is 0 right now. So, enemy shouldn't do any damage. Haha, see? Nope, enemy is still doing damage. Why is the enemy doing damage? Current health minus equals damage done. Huh. I mean, I don't know. Let's find out what this looks like. Oop. Okay. All right. Null reference. 17. Null reference on 17. Yeah, except that the character controller specifically says current health is 6. Okay, let's try this then. So I don't really need this anymore. I know what I'm colliding with. I say that. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I should not have said this was going to be straightforward. $16. Yep. Oh, yeah. I still have all this code over here. There should be a, like, comment. Line comment. Yeah. Control // There we go. Okay. Player hit. Okay. That is that. We don't need that anymore. Okay, let's just see if that is getting called. Because there's the script. Player is hit is false. Still player, rigid body 2D. Okay, it got the player rigid body. Oh, see, it says do damage. Okay, so it's doing damage. Great. Why isn't it doing anything else? Okay, so let's figure out what the tag is. Because I'm looking for a player hit tag, right? No, I'm not. I'm looking for the player tag. Burgle. Health is 0, damage none is 0. Okay. Health shouldn't be 0. Oh, because that gives me a null value. Yeah. Null reference. Do damage 17. Yep. Where else am I doing this? The game manager, I believe, right? Nope. Level manager? Get component game manager. Yeah. Game manager scripting. Okay, so what am I calling this? Oh. Okay. So character controller 2D C2D C2D. Okay, so then C2D gets that, and then current health gets C2D dot current health. All right, see what that looks like. Hey, player health is 6. What was that error? 19? Line 19. Do damage line 19. What? Set to instance of an object. Do damage on a collision. Enter asset script. Do damage. CS 19. Huh? Oh. I bet money. I bet you money I can put C2D dot right there. And then I want to do C2D dot. Now, let's go to this. Let's make the damage done. Oh, that's one. See what happens. 5-4. Character controller. We have on collision here. If current health is equal to 0. Actually, we're going to say if it's equal to or less than 0, just in case. Like we do something later, less than or equal to, right? Yeah. Just in case we do something later where enemies do more than 1 damage and then it's less than 0, blah, blah, blah. Then what do we want to do? We want to do all of this stuff right here. Oh yeah, but let's get rid of that. I mean, I think that's right. Let's find out. I mean, it might not even work, so we shall see. Okay, yeah. 2 seconds is too long. Like 1 second. Oh, wait, did I die? Gosh, I was not paying attention. Just too busy taking a drink. Okay. That's not game object. Is that right? I feel like that's like deprecated or something. Okay, let's just get that out of here. Player is hit. 0 references to total health. Yeah, I know. Let's go. Player is hit. Oops, nope. See, the weird thing is there is a reference. There are several references. If you look down here. Player is... Oh, but I don't need any of that. That's right. I don't actually need any of that. So, okay, it's right. It's not actually ever being used. Okay. Where are these problems? Where are these problems? Oh, yeah. We get rid of that, and then we can get rid of that. I think we can also get rid of this because it's here. Because we invoke reload level right here, but I'm not sure it's going to actually invoke anything. So I think what we need to do is move that down here. Yeah, we need using Unity engine scene management. Okay, yeah, I think that's right. I hope it's right. It's cleaner. Feels cleaner. All right, let's see what happens. Oh my gosh. That's just too long. Okay. First thing I want to do is get rid of that. Next thing I want to do is put the cooldown on this, like... Oh, it's already it. Oh. Yeah, it's true. It is hit, and then in like half a second it says he's not hit. That's exactly what I want, actually. Yeah. Oops. What the? There we go. I don't know. I don't like dots whatever without a zero. So sue me. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Ooh. So I died. You know what, guys? I want all this death stuff here. I'll definitely want to take it out of here. And also here. Which means I don't need the scene management. Okay, so I also don't need this hit thing, so let's just get this out of the way right now. What I wanted to keep here, I don't need that. Okay, this is what I wanted to keep. I don't need this. It's that. If collision equals death, or player health, current health. Current health is equal, it's less than or equal to 0. Set that to true, destroy the game object, reload the level in 2 seconds. Yeah. That all happens here. Do damage, just reduces health. And then player hit cooldown. There's really, like 1 second is not that long. There's just something weird going on. Did I forget to... Yes, I did. I did quite a lot. Okay, yeah, well, whatever. Let's move it back. There we go. Okay. Actually, I wonder... this. Okay, I'm just going to apply all, because that's what I wanted to do in the first place. I'm going to need to fix this later, now that I've gone through all this rigmarole. I died, and it's not reloading. Why is it not reloading? What else is there on collision? Stay. Okay. Okay. Let's we're gonna have to look up the docs on collision stay, just to make sure we know exactly what this is. It's called once per frame for every collider rigid body that's touching. Okay. Okay. So on collision stay, let's see what happens here. Oops. Why? I don't know why it's not reloading the level. That's kind of frustrating. There we go. 2, 1, 0. And I died. But it's still not reloading. Scene. Scene manager. Get active scene. Scene manager. Load scene.name. Wait, 0 references. Oh. Oh, you know, I can get rid of this. Die. I'm so close to finishing this, guys. In fact, oops, sorry. Gosh, I bumped it again. Does it make a noise? I hope not. I hope it doesn't make noise for you. In fact, I think what I didn't do here, move the current code for the player death into the character controller. I mean, I'm kind of doing both of these at the same time. So I'm just going to move those into in progress. Anyway. What was I checking? I did something. Totally forgot about it. 3, 2, 1. Die. Okay, so not confused now. It kills. Okay, I know what happened here. Collision.gameObject. Okay, that should have done it. This might be the end. I'm hoping above all hope that this is the end, guys. 4, 3, 2, 1, die. Now reload. Why are you not reloading? Okay, this dot game object dot set active to false. Let's see what happens if I just do that. Because I think what's happening is the code stops running because I destroy the game object, so it's not. I can't invoke that call. Yep. That's exactly what happens. Okay. There's one thing I kind of wanted to add to this. This is done. We're done. We're finished. This took longer than I thought. It always does, doesn't it? And gosh, I mean, what? It's been an hour and a half? Yeah. Stupid. Okay. Unity, pause, game. I know there's just a quick pause the game thing. I've used it before. No, there's actually a pretty simple, like, pause. It's like unity.pause or whatever. When was this made, though? 2016. See, Unity, 2020. Okay. The most convenient method for pausing the game in Unity is by setting the game's timescale to 0, which effectively pauses all the time-based operations, including movement, physics, animation. Setting the timescale to 1 again will return the game to its normal speed. In most cases, just setting the timescale to 0 to pause your game will be all you need. Not everything will be paused. Okay, the game design pause menu. Still need to move and animate. Yep. Other times it was possible to accidentally exclude in-game objects from being properly paused. Yep. In this post, I'll be exploring. Okay. Setting the time scale affects the time and delta time measuring variables. Update will continue to be called. It may surprise you to know that update will continue to be called when the game's time scale is at 0. This means that anything inside of an update loop, including in coroutines, will continue to run regardless of the time scale, which can potentially cause an issue when detecting input. Yep. Fixed update doesn't get called. Time stop, delta time-based movement stops. Everything in the game except for certain objects. Instead of time to touch, you time to unscale delta time. How to use a coroutine, animate menus and objects when the game is paused. Prevent control input when the game is paused. Full audio. I swear there was an easier way to do this. See, on application pause. I knew there was something like this. Sent to all game objects when the application pauses. I'm going to set to true from normally false is the value returned. The game is running normally. If an editor window when the game window is selected active on pause again returns false. True means the game is not active. Okay, well let's find out what happens when I do that. So focus on application pause. Never mind. All right, well, never mind. Seems more than I wanted to do. All right. Let's get back to here. Those are done. So we are going to do this next time. And I think we're just going to, I think that's all we're going to do, to be honest. This, I don't think we need anymore. So let's archive that. We'll delete it. Yep. And then let's do that. Let's do these two things. That's gonna take some time. I'm not sure we can do all that. So we're not gonna have any stretch goals next time. Okay. Whew. All right. Man, of course, everything always takes longer than what you think it does. Anyway, thanks for sticking around on the stream. Looks like there was, varying amounts of people from 1 to 2. So if you are one of those people that are watching, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And then I'm going to try and make sure we do these Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Although I don't guarantee that I don't end up skipping a day here or there. Life happens, So, but I'll try to make sure I update my Twitter when I do that. So make sure you follow me on Twitter. Check that out. You'll know if I'm not going to stream. I'll post it fairly early, or at least I'll try to. All right, everybody. See you next time.